ولا تحسبن الله غافلا عما يعمل الظالمون إنما يؤخرهم ليوم تشخص فيه الأبصار مهطعين مقنعي رؤوسهم لا يرتد إليهم طرفهم وأفئدتهم هواء
I'm Wraith. A bird of Gaza. Just like other kids, I wanted a safe life to live with my loved ones. But Allah's justice was far greater than my expectations. I was born on September 22nd. Into a middle-class family. My dad died before I could even see him, so I never knew how does he look like. All I have left of him is that worn picture at our old table. But my mother has always told me that he was a hero and that he died as a martyr. And to be honest, that's enough for me. Our teacher once told us that a martyr intercedes for 70 of his family members. So, my father will intercede for me, right? So I just have to wait a little longer until we meet again at heaven. Right? Right? Every single time I tell my mother that, I find her laughing. Anyway, let's continue. You must be curious. Then let me remove that curiosity of yours. That's the Earth map, the world with its 5 oceans and 7 continents. And guess who's this little girl here? Yes, that's Palestine. This land has gone through several successive setbacks, but it has remained strong and steadfast. For example, the Palestinian land before the Balfour Declaration of 1917, a British promise to build a national homeland for Jews in Palestine. The Palestinian land after the 1947 partition resolution, which was immediately followed by the 1948 Nakba. The Palestinian land after 1967 setback, leaving only Gaza and the West Bank. And finally, the Palestinian land after 2017 Oslo Accords, after a long conflict in which Palestine has lost its most important region, Jerusalem. Let's leave all of that aside. Our next talk is about one place, and that's this beauty. I don't think it needs an introduction, 'cause it's our beloved Gaza. Our Gaza is divided into 5 regions, which are as follows: North Gaza, Gaza City, Middle Area, Deir al-Balah, in other words, Khan Yunis, and Rafah. And I'm from Gaza City. Gaza has many neighborhoods, such as Sabra, Al-Tufa, and Al-Turkman, but I'm from Shujaiya. And Shujaiya is the neighborhood I was born in, North Gaza Strip. Then 3 years ago in 2020, we had to move to another neighborhood for many reasons that my mom has never discussed with me, which is the Zaytun neighborhood. I was attached to Shujaiya, that's why I wasn't very happy about that. However, actually, the Zaytun was much better than what I thought. I got to know our neighbors' kids there, Rajad and Yusuf. By the way, they aren't siblings. They're my friends, but they're the same age as Musa, which makes me feel so small comparing to them. Just if it weren't those 6 years difference. Wait, I just realized. I've never talked about Musa. Where should I start from? I can't find a point. He's perfect. A kind brother. An honest friend. A handsome man. Well, let's not talk about that. Many times Mom has said that Musa looks like father. And I mean exactly. I want to share something very big with you. I'm planting an olive tree. Actually, my birthday was yesterday, so we were visited by some relatives. And one of them is Uncle Khaled. Yes, did you know? I have an uncle that works as a doctor. Isn't that cool? I want to be like him when I grow up. Luckily for me, he visits us often as he lives in the Ramal neighborhood. You should have already figured out that he works in the Al-Shifa hospital. I visited it once. We were visiting Uncle, but I accidentally hurt my knee. And I can't deny that. The medical staff there is the best. Sorry. My uncle visited us yesterday, and you can imagine the warm welcome he received. I didn't expect that at first, but Uncle gave me olive seeds as a birthday gift. I was amazed. I mean, who gives olive seeds as a birthday gift? But Uncle just said it was a gift with a deep meaning, and I wouldn't understand it right now. And it was. Like any normal person, I did some research and surveys and discovered that olive trees need at least 3 years to grow. A process with a long duration sure would be an enjoyable challenge. This was the first movement of the Palestinian resistance at this time, and just when we thought it will guarantee us stability, the entity has begun his dirty plan to exterminate everything that walks on the land of dignity. It took some time to retrieve the body from under the rubble. And when it happened, he had already passed away. The situation is growing to be worse than before. It wasn't just bombing and extermination. A new element was added to the list, which is famine. Slowly, this deadly shadow crept into souls, exhausting them and robbing them out of their lives. And I had had enough. I'll say it openly, we all had had enough. Famine has ravaged all our bodies, and we can no longer endure it. We're not heroes. We're humans. We have dreams just like you. So why has our greatest ambition become simply to live? We were dear. So shame on whoever brought us to this state.
خبر عاجل: مقتل الطبيب خالد عصام المقيم بمستشفى الشفاء شمال قطاع غزة بعد تسليمه معلومات سرية إلى الحكومة الإسرائيلية في ظروف غامضة.
Today I went to check on my olive tree. I wanted it to grow despite the siege, to remain strong despite the difficulties, as if I wanted to be From the first sight, I knew it. She fell dead before I even arrived. I wished it was just a dream. A very bad one. But it wasn't. I lost too many people, and I didn't want to lose more. So I clung to my mother and brother whenever I had the chance. So at least, if we died, we will die together. But there was that day when Mom asked us to go outside and get some supplies. I wish I didn't. I didn't want to lose her. At that point, I lost 4 people. Hope is born from the womb of suffering. That was my teacher's answer to my innocent question. Why does the main character always face problems? I wasn't satisfied with these simple words because I didn't even understand them. But now, I understand everything.
أخي أنت حر وراء السدود، أخي أنت حر بتلك القيود. إذا كنت بالله مستعصما فماذا يضيرك كيد العبيد، فماذا يضيرك كيد العبيد.
أخي ستبيد جيوش الظلام ويشرق في الكون فجر جديد، فأطلق لروحك إشراقها. ترى الفجر يرمقنا من بعيد، ترى الفجر يرمقنا من بعيد.
أخي قد سرت من يديك الدماء، أبت أن تشلى بقيد الإماء، سترفع قربانها للسماء مخضبة بوسام الخلود، مخضبة بوسام الخلود.
أخي هل تراك سئمت الكفاح وألقيت عن كاهليك السلاح، فمن للضحايا يواسي الجراح ويرفع راياتها من جديد، ويرفع راياتها من جديد.
أخي إنني اليوم صلب المراس، أدك صخور الجبال الرواسي، غدا سأشيح بفأس الخلاص رؤوس الأفاعي إلى أن تبيد، رؤوس الأفاعي إلى أن تبيد.
سأثأر لكن لرب ودين، وأمضي على سنتي في يقين، فإما إلى النصر فوق الأنام، وإما إلى الله في الخالدين، وإما إلى الله في الخالدين.
أخي إنني ما سئمت الكفاح، ولا أنا ألقيت عني السلاح، فإن أنا مت فإني شهيد، وأنت ستمضي بنصر مجيد، وأنت ستمضي بنصر مجيد.
وإني على ثقة من طريقي إلى الله رب السنا والشروق، فإن عافني السوق أو عاقني فإني أمين لعهد الوثيق، فإني أمين لعهد الوثيق.
أخي فامض لا تلتفت للوراء، طريقك قد خضبته الدماء، ولا تلتفت ها هنا أو هناك، ولا تتطلع لغير السماء، ولا تتطلع لغير السماء.
فلسنا بطير مهيض الجناح، ولن نستذل ولن نستباح. وإني لأسمع صوت الدماء قويا ينادي الكفاح الكفاح، قويا ينادي الكفاح الكفاح.
أخي إن ذرفت علي الدموع وبللت قبري بها في خشوع، فأوقد لهم من رفات الشموع، وسيروا بها نحو مجد تليد، وسيروا بها نحو مجد تليد.
أخي إن مت نلقى أحبابنا، فروضات ربي أعدت لنا، وأطيارها رفرفت حولنا، فطوبى لنا في ديار الخلود، فطوبى لنا في ديار الخلود.
أخي أنت حر وراء السدود، أخي أنت حر بتلك القيود. إذا كنت بالله مستعصما، فماذا يضيرك كيد العبيد، فماذا يضيرك كيد العبيد.